because of the actual kind of lock that sits on the cells inside of our respiratory tract. So when we think about this idea of a virus basically has a key that fits very specifically into the locks that are on the doors of the cells that get into our respiratory tract and get into our lungs. We think, at least for this virus, that in kids, there's a lower number of those locks and those doorknobs for the virus to be able to attach to. Of course, you have to think about this in regards to the variants, and if you see something that is able to attach better or has a better key for the lock, then maybe that starts to take away a little bit some of those differences. But certainly that's why we think predominantly we're seeing lower infection rates in kids. It's just they don't get as much virus that's able to enter their cells as what adults do. Where are we in regards to being able to look at younger kids and vaccination? So this has been something that, listen, we want to be as positive as possible, that we do not see adverse events in kids. So currently right now, Pfizer and Moderna have both been enrolling kids from basically 6 months and up to the 12 years of age, to basically look specifically at both safety as well as immune responses with these vaccines. So we should get some data, hopefully within the next few weeks to next couple of months from those two vaccines. And then we will see likely the other vaccines that are moving through and continue to move through the approval or the clinical trial process also move out to kids. So the likelihood is that probably by fall time we will see younger kids getting vaccinated. But certainly we have to have all that data back first before we move in that direction. One of the things we have to be very concerned about is what is this going to look like in the fall time. Certainly the Delta variant has thrown yet another bit of a loophole at us with something that's more transmissible than the last more transmissible variant. We need to do everything we can, I think, from a mitigation standpoint of being able to curb spread. So we know that the likelihood is that kids under the age of 12 are not going to be fully vaccinated by that point. The vaccines will hopefully be starting by then, depending on what the data says. But we have mechanisms to suppress transmission. The biggest part is getting people in our communities immunized that are eligible to be vaccinated. Those people that are immunized are going to suppress transmission without having to do much else aside from rolling up their sleeves. That's really important. Then we start looking at some of the factors in schools as far as ventilation and separation, and certainly we're self-reporting when people are sick. All of those things will also be able to be kind of compounding the potential benefit of reducing transmission. But the best thing we can do is get vaccinated to protect those around us that simply cannot be vaccinated at this time.